So here we are back then at the podcast studio, and I'm joined today by none other than the Grudge foes in Michael White and Kieran Keenan, Foggy and the Great White. The two lads are pairing off on Saturday in best of 15 for charity for suicide awareness. So, firstly, lads, um, well done on stepping up for charity. It's really important that people understand why we're doing these things. We're doing it for charity, and it is about the charity. Um, but more so than the charity, there's a bit of a personal grudge going on. It is a grudge match. So I'll go to Foggy. I'll go to yourself first.
Yeah.
Um, what has led to this grudge match in your opinion?
Oh, Mickey White does just like that. The Mick when we were playing darts against each other,
I hear you. Um,
in the matches.
yeah. Mickey, what would you say about that? Would you say that you don't take Foggy seriously, or would you say that you do take him
What we
seriously?
hold, oh, of course, I take him seriously. I think what it all boils down to is Foggy has been avoiding me for the last 2 years in a game of darts. Um, he's sick of listening to him telling me how good he is and this, that, and the other. So I would say in the last 2 years, boys have played the Hibs maybe 7 or 8 times, and every single time I tell him where I am in the draw. Tell him to play at number 4 if he wants a game.
And then you change your
And
position.
and he's avoided me, running scared of me. So I thought we'll get it going. We'll get this going now, so he can't avoid me. We'll have a game at Arts, and that'll settle everything once and for all.
Yeah.
Foggy, Foggy, Mickey's sort of laid the foundations there. He's saying that um, you're avoiding him in draws. Is there any truth in what Mickey's saying there? Have you been avoiding him in the draws?
No, Mickey White tells me where he is every time we play the boys, and every time I go to number 3 or number 4, wherever it is, Mickey White's never there. He's always number 5. Either that or he's
No,
dropped. Normally dropped anyway.
number
Dropped,
4.
dropped. Well, dropped's a very very strong term, Kieran, and we've all been dart throwers for a number of years, and I understand that we all go through peaks and troughs of form. Um, I I would struggle to remember a time when Mickey White was dropped from any team he played for. But Mickey, what do you say to that? Foggy saying that you've been dropped more often than not.
Now, I think Foggy's on the drink a wee bit early today, and um, he knows number 4. Say it to him every time, and that's the only time where I would put myself up to play 4th, because when we're playing the Hibs, I can give him a heads up. I'll go number 4 if you want me, and nah, he's usually, I don't know, maybe it's not up to him. Maybe he's scared to say it to Tommy, put me on 4th. I want to take him, so I don't know.
No,
I think he's avoiding, but to be honest with you.
not a word about it. Not a word about it. I'd play anytime, anywhere.
So the rumours are, gentlemen, that not only are we raising big money for suicide awareness, because there is big money coming in, and I hope everybody listening to this today or when it does come out, they understand that they can donate to suicide awareness through the Newry Darts League 501 at yahoo.com PayPal address, and any donations are welcome. Uh, but there's also been some suggestion that there's people willing to wager money on a particular cause. Kieran, how do you feel about that? Because there are rumours out there at present that you're actually a heavy favourite based on the money that's come in so far in betting.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. But it's probably right now. It would be the heavy favourite, I'd say it would be anyway.
When I said that to Mickey earlier, just before we came on live, I had said that there had been a lot of money put on Kieran and that he was the heavy favourite. Mickey replied by saying he is heavy.
Fucking arsehole.
Mickey, what do you think? Like, there has been a few pound put on. Maybe people have just seen a wee bit more of Foggy in recent years, and look, we can't take it away from him. The man's a serial winner. He's been in winning teams now
Well,
the past couple of years. He's got a a calibre behind him, Mickey. So what would you say to
I
that?
would, I would, I would certainly agree with that. Like he's a current Premier League winner.
Yep.
But then Darren Ferguson won the Premier League with Man United. So if you want to sort of compare the two boys, like Ferguson wasn't really much, was it?
Well,
Um,
I suppose if
but I have all respect for him. Rightly so, he should be favourite. He throws on a Thursday night in Dundalk, turns up on a Friday night for the Hibs. I don't know why he throws them or not, but here he's good at selling raffle tickets. So, I suppose he's give him his dues. Like he's won the Premier League and he's won the Tommy Hockey as well.
Yeah,
fair play to him.
His trophy cabinet has been filled in 2 years. Certainly at Premier level, and he came from a team there up in the Lumpers many moons ago where
Great team.
When I was starting out playing darts, I looked at those guys and thought, wow, what a young team full of youth and youth and vigor and hunger, and they were led into battle every week by the experience of Foggy and Alan Dulhan. And of course, it wouldn't shock me that if there was some form of break in lockdown where Dully might be in the kitchen supporting Foggy on Saturday night.
Well, you know yourself, you don't get Dully without Foggy. It was like sort of when Gaza went to Lazio, he had to take Jimmy Five Bellies with him, So it's sort of something similar, like, Dully goes to Boyd's, Foggy has to go. Dully goes to Hibs, Foggy has to go.
No,
Foggy
was only a supporter at Boyd's.
You're never there. You're always away driving your bus, or else you're downstairs selling raffle tickets.
Pat Keenan, coach, I will just get that in there with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Pat Keenan, coach, are available for all occasions, particularly if you need to move about places in the current climate. He can take people from socially distant fucking measures. So keep Pat Keenan on the road and keep Kieran on the road with him. Lads, moving on from the personal jibes, because look, from my perspective, I'm a great fan of both of you. I've played with both of you in the same team. I've played against both of you. You are both full of talent and enthusiasm for the game. But really, the big winner is going to be suicide awareness.
Absolutely.
What brought about the decision to just have the charity match? Was it just that the two of you decided you hadn't actually met in the league in a couple of years and you needed to put it to bed? Is that where we are here? Is there more to this than just making money for charity? Does this mean enough to use to be the grudge match winner?
Yeah, it's a great charity, first of all. So and any charity, the way they're struggling out at the minute, it's a great cause for all of them. But we played already this year, above in the Hibs. And Mickey said he was on third, so I went fourth, and Mickey was on fourth then. And he beat me, I think it was 3-2.
So a tight game.
I would use the word bothered. Like,
but
if you want to say a bait, I'll say bothered.
He normally wears runners when he throws darts, but all of a sudden that night he came in with runners on him, and next of all he's wearing shoes.
Right.
As you know, the Hibs is very noisy upstairs, and every time you throw a dart, Mickey was clicking the feet. Anytime you throw a dart, and then when you jingle pockets over in the corner as well, his buddy. We not mention any names, but it was very hard to throw darts against him, and that's why I lost that night.
Is that right? So there's an actual reason you lost, other than you weren't the better thrower.
No, and I hadn't done enough.
He was bothered.
So, no, Mickey, are you currently 1-0 up, or has there been more games?
No, that's it.
There's only been that one game in the Hibs, so this is a revenge mission then, Kieran, for yourself.
Yeah, big time.
I suppose from my perspective, watching you both throw, I know the type of throwers that you are. Is there any tactics going to come into it? A long format, of course. Best of 15 is a long format. Are you both fit enough? Have you been practicing? Have you been?
Yeah, practicing 2 hours a day. Yesterday and today. That's all the practice I do. No, that's all I need.
Unfortunately, Micheál,
I'll win by 3 legs on Saturday night.
Unfortunately, Micheál, I have to work. So I just don't get the opportunity to practice.
Yeah.
But
your front line, Mickey, keeping the country going. Front line like myself.
This is it. Trying to sort out Foggy's broadband.
Listen, that's what it's all about. Foggy, of course, you're putting in a couple of extra hours there. You're saying during the week, you think the 2 days is going to be enough? Yesterday
I
and
think,
today, a couple of hours each day.
yeah, I think that's enough to beat the caliber of Mickey now. I'm not running the man down or anything, but I don't think he's in the same standard at all as I am.
Well, that's
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. So I am. So my odds are lengthened then. So
Yeah,
and
make it a wee bet on myself.
I would just from the personal perspective of watching this as a spectacle. Is there anything? Is there any shocks going to be coming out on Saturday night? Like, is anybody going to be wearing any particular fancy shirts or anything, or have you agreed on a dress code? Or
I'll have me Hib shirt.
I haven't even spoke to them all, so we've agreed nothing.
all right, is this the first time? Is this the first time we've got you two together for a chat?
For a long time, yeah. Long
There
time.
was a couple of messages exchanged, but it was Liam was included in the messages and Mark was included in them. So it wasn't just it was like a wee group chat just to get the thing going. But no, it is what it is. It's not going to be pretty. That's one thing I can guarantee you. There'll be more bad darts thrown than good darts.
Yeah.
But as long as the charity's the winner, which it will be, and I just want to say a fair play to Aaron as well for what he's doing.
Yeah, of course, you're right. Aaron McParland, who is shaving his beard and his head, and taking donations for that in memory of his late cousin. And of course, listen, as you've said, and all joking aside, I totally agree with you, Mickey. Saturday night is not going to be pretty because it couldn't possibly be pretty with these two ugly mugs on the screen playing darts. But what yous are doing, is absolutely legendary. I think everyone's really looking forward to it. I know I am. I know the people I've been talking to are. I know people are starting to get heavily behind donating for it. Have you got any targets in mind for if you win yourself? I'm going to put this question, Kieran, to yourself first. If you beat Mickey, which there's every possibility, if you beat Mickey, is that it? Is that this grudge match over? Do you move on to a next grudge match? Do you have a list of targets that you want to face, or is Mickey your main?
Mickey's the main one at the minute. There is a few targets out there, but Mickey is the main one at the minute. Definitely so.
So laser focus.
Yeah.
And Michael, yourself?
No, well, this is it. This is a one-off. Like, not too many people would like Foggy, so I'm sure he would have plenty of fucking grudge matches. But this is a one-off. I just want to get this done. And as I say, as far as a target for money's concerned, but there must be about 60 dart teams in Uri, is there?
There would be.
And a simple number, £10 a team, less than £1 a player for each team, £600. Good lift, just for something so small, such a small donation. Like, there's the Windmill Bar. Davy McCutcheon donated £50 yesterday. As soon as it was mentioned that there was a match. So, like, fair play to them, and every wee bit helps. It's good to see. It's good to see the lads there with their donations. Definitely is, because there's any amount of charities you can get. You can give money to, and sometimes the small charities are forgot about. It's the main charities seem to get all the money, so it's good to get it to a different charity as well.
Agreed. And as Kieran said, charity's going to be the real winner here, lads. Charity is going to be the overall winner, regardless of for how long you may or may not have the bragging rights to be able to say that, I'm not saying there's going to be 1 million people watching. I'm not foolish enough to believe there would be 1 million people watching. But what I do know is that Mark McAvoy, in fairness to him, has been very kind with his time in streaming a lot of these games. He's taken on the responsibility of streaming your game, and he has had up to 60,000 people view the games that are on. Not that I want to put you under any pressure or anything of the sort, but 60,000 people have the potential to see this. So that's how many times that you can claim to be better than the other player if you win. 60,000, because 60,000 people saw it. Kieran, how does that make you feel? Does that add any tension to your game, or do you revel under the spotlight?
Not at all, no. The more people, the better. But I'd say they get bored looking at Mickey hitting 26s all the time, so it might be a great watch for them.
You're definitely on the drink. Well, I think that, as I say, it's not going to be a spectacle as far as darts are concerned. Like, it'll be a spectacle for other reasons, but look, as long as we hit a few doubles and a couple of trebles, keep ourselves happy, and the charity's the winner. That's the main.
The charity is the winner, and the charity, of course, suicide awareness. What a brilliant charity to pick. I couldn't agree more with you. You know, there's a lot of charities out there struggling at the minute, as Kieran and yourself have both said. A lot of charities struggling in the current climate. And if nothing else, look, we've had darts competitions that we've watched online. We've seen games streamed. Um, at least for me, this one adds an element of both local variety act in in both throwers, because you are both very, very, very comedic men. So I expect lots of slagging, lots of jokes throughout the game on Saturday. But you're also both very capable throwers. So I look forward to seeing what happens. Any final words, Kieran, for Michael before we close off?
I'll see you Saturday night. That's about all.
Michael, any final words for Kieran before we sign off?
Yeah, I'm going to say good luck on Saturday night, but I don't mean it. But I suppose it's the right thing to say. Good luck on Saturday night. And throw your best, but it still won't be good enough.
I think it will now. I'm putting it out there. I'll win by 3 legs.
Gentlemen, your predictions. Kieran, you think you'll win by 3 legs. Michael, your prediction?
I'm going to win, and I'm going to win easy.
Well, there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Kieran Foggy Keenan against Michael the Great White. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast and furious like the Ready Money round. And hopefully we can make plenty of money for the charity Suicide Awareness. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I will look forward massively to seeing you on Saturday night. Again, good luck to both players. I hope you raise as much money as humanly possible for the charity. Of course, it's impacted one of the big darting families that we have here in Newry recently. So let's everybody get behind it. Let's raise a few quid. You'll see posted on this video, you'll see the link to donate via PayPal. For the 2 throwers, thank you very much for doing it. I think yous are both crackers. I don't like to make predictions, so I won't. I'll keep my counsel on it. I've played with both of yous before, so it can't favour any player. But Foggy, I wish you all the best, and Michael, all the best to yourself.
Cheers, me all.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very
Good luck,
much.
Foggy.